Hey guys, Satan Shaman here, and today I'm going to be talking about enhancement shamans. I'm going to be going over talents, glyphs, macros, rotations, and when to pop your cooldowns. If you like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/SatanShaman. Thank you. Okay, so talents. The first thing we're going to be going over. Talents are going to be my personal preference, what the uses are for those talents, and then the second best talent, what the use for that talent is, and then the talent that I feel has no real use. So let's get started. The first talent tier is for level 15s. The talent that I chose is Stone Bulwark Totem. I've always gone with this talent, but last patch it was Nature's Guardian. Now I feel that Stone Bulwark Totem is stronger than Nature's Guardian because Stone Bulwark Totem has had its absorption amount increased. So I feel that it is a much stronger defensive cooldown than Nature's Guardian now. So now I do feel that Nature's Guardian is still the second best defensive cooldown in this talent tier, but only when you're fighting a rogue. And I find Astral Shift to be the second best one when fighting anything else. And the best way to use Stone Bulwark Totem or Astral Shift is just stack it with all the rest of your cooldowns. Defensive cooldowns, that is. So that's it for level 15 cooldowns. Level 30 cooldowns. I chose Frozen Power. What it does is your Frost Shock also roots the target in ice for 5 seconds. Now the reason I like this one is because like if you're playing with a mage or something, your mage can like deep freeze off of it and stuff like that. So the second best one is Windwalk Totem in my opinion. It summons an air totem with 5 health at your feet, granting raid members within 40 yards immunity to movement and bearing effects. This is really good against mages and stuff like that. So, like, say, I don't know. It's just really good against mages because, like, they slow you a lot. And this will grant you immunity to that. And then Earth Grab Totem, I don't really find much use for it because it can only root once. And then Frozen Power, you can root as many times as you want on a 6-second cooldown, so compared to once on a 30-second cooldown. Next, in the level 45 tier, I choose Call of the Elements. Now this one is best when combined with Stone Bulwark Totem and Windwalk or Earth Grab Totem, but I still go Stone Bulwark Totem and Frozen Power. What it does is it immediately finishes the cooldown on all totems with a base cooldown shorter than 3 minutes. So it sadly does not work with your Healing Tide Totem, but it is still a really good talent. Totemic Projection, I think, is the second one. It relocates your active totems to the specified location. And what that will do is it will help you land, it will help you land a lot more capacitor totem stuns. And B, it will help you get a lot more rogues out of stuff with your magma totem. And Totemic Persistence I find absolutely useless because it does not affect fire totems. Now in level 60 tier, your cooldown tier. Yes, the cooldown tier. I find Ancestral Swiftness to be the best. The reasoning for this is because it increases your haste by 5% or 10% and your spell haste by 5%. And as a passive, and when activated, your next nature spell with a base casting time less than 10 seconds becomes an instant cast spell, so it gives you an instant hex, an instant elemental blast, stuff like that. The next best talent is Echo of the Elements, which duplicates a direct damage or healing spell's effect. And then Elemental Mastery grants you 30% haste for 20 seconds. That was the best last patch. You could literally one-shot somebody with that talent, but they nerfed the shit out of it. So, I don't know. Level 75. Rushing Streams. I don't like that talent. I rarely use my healing stream totem. That's about all I have to say about that one. Ancestral Guidance. When you deal direct damage or healing for the next 10 seconds, 40% of damage or 60% of healing is copied as healing to up to 3 nearby injured party or raid members. I like that one. That's my favorite one. It's in fact the only one that I find even useful in this tier. This one is useless because you do not use Healing Rain. Now for level 90, I choose Elemental Blast because it's really the only choice. Primal Elementalist really isn't really that useful anymore. Unleashed Fury, I would put it rank at number 2. I would tie these for number 2 actually. This one grants you an extra effect with your Unleash Elements, and this one empowers your Elemental Totems. So, that's what those do, and then Elemental Blast gives you a big ass crit. A big ass powerful spell of pure raw elemental energy. So, that's what that does. Okay, now we're going on to glyphs. There are 2 glyphs that I find absolutely mandatory for enhancement PvP. And those glyphs are Glyph of Healing Storm, which increases your direct healing done by 20% for each application of Maelstrom Weapon, and Glyph of Lightning Shield, which makes you take 10% less damage for 6 seconds when your Lightning Shield is triggered. Now, those are the 2 that I find mandatory for enhancement PvP. Now there are 3 that I find interchangeable. Those 3 are Glyph of Shamanistic Rage, which will dispel harmful magic effects, which the only 2 that I really use it for are Deep Freeze and Hammer of Justice, Hodge. And then there's Glyph of Hex, which reduces the cooldown of your Hex spell by 10 seconds. And then there's Glyph of Purging, which will grant you a stack of Maelstrom Weapon when you purge a buff off of a target. That is all for this video. I will put the rest of the stuff up in the next video. Thank you guys. Peace out.